Welcome to episode 51 of the 100 Baby Challenge, and in this episode, Zev is gonna have her 2 kids. I mean, she's pregnant, and she's gonna have them today. So, and she's gonna try and get revenge on Stan the Tweedle. I don't know what she's doing now, but I think she's just searching the internet. But I told her to, she's just on the computer, I think, but I told her to write a book. But I'm not sure she's actually writing a book. She's just surfing the internet. I don't know what she's really done. But I did tell her to write a book. It's gonna be called there's something about Stan. It's like 10 ways to hate Stan or something like that. How to get back at Stan. First corner, I had her try to get her to write it. Write chain letter to Stan. Cool. I know she was doing that. Oh, that's right. She was trolling the forums. Oh. The chain letter you sent me is clearly a elaborate pyramid scheme. Could you please not involve me in such nonsense in the future? Okay. That's the worst thing Zoe's ever gonna do. Purchase ticket, lottery ticket. Zoe, none of my Sims ever win things. So what's okay? Write a book. That's right, book, short story. That's right. This is where Zev writes his book. Interesting fiction. How to get back at Stanley Tweedle. He stood... No, wait. He stood me up, and now I have to pay him back. Okay, well, now it's payback time. He stood me up, and now it's payback time. Oh, she's dissing Tweedle. Oh, she is dissing Tweedle. This is gonna be fun and interesting. Yesterday, I am so disoriented. It's not funny. Today, I was taking this over to a birthday party, and this headache. This really bad headache. I mean, it was so bad. The entire left side of my the entire right side of my head was hurting. I mean, it got so bad that I was throwing up. That's how. And my mother-in-law was with me. She said, "Your headaches usually get this bad?" Well, sometimes, once or twice, once every month, once every 2 months. It gets this bad if I don't take anything right away. And of course, I didn't take anything. And so, while I was there at the birthday party, I laid down. It got worse. I looked at my mother-in-law on that, and she just thought that was the best idea to go to her car to get some get some aspirin. And that didn't do anything, and she told Zoe we had to leave early. We were there an hour and a half, and we made sure she got a piece of cake before we left. We didn't we didn't stick around to open presents, but I was sick. I wasn't feeling good. Got home. Zoe wanted to stay, and I'm like, no, Zoe, when I'm not feeling good, I don't need you to take care of me. That's not your job. I guess she wants to be there, but I really didn't need her. Now, it hurts, but trust me, it was not as bad as it was 3 hours ago. Oh my gosh, 3 hours ago, I was crying. I'm going to lay down a little bit more while this video processes. But maybe if I ate something, I'll feel a little bit more better. Because sometimes you need to eat to feel better. And around the time I was at the party, I couldn't. There was pizza there. I mean, the popcorn was good. I can handle the popcorn, but pizza, no. Definitely not the pizza. That came up. Probably was more graphic there. Well, is that we did the party, though? I mean, really. My head was hurting so bad. I wanted to come home and lay down. So I got home, took a couple ibuprofens, lay down with the wet towel over my head. I threw up a few times. And we had a little bowl next to me. Like, my gosh. I don't even let my head get that bad. I don't take anything ahead of time. If I don't take anything, especially if I try to go like a day with get a headache and not take any medicine for it, that's how bad it will get. It'll get so bad. The headache will just be like starting from one part of the brain to like the front of my head and all the way to the back of my head, and then it makes me throw up. It also makes me delusional. Because seriously, while I was lying down, like at the party, I was laying down, and then I was hallucinating. So I sat right back up. Like I saw, in my hallucination, I saw somebody helping me. Like, someone other than my mother-in-law. Like, somebody approaching me, asking me what's wrong, and there was actually nobody there when I blinked. So, yeah. So, hallucinating a little bit. So, I have to take something. Nobody had anything. The only person to acknowledge... look how many parents were there with their kids in the same room where the party was at. These party places, like trampoline park, they have rooms for each party. Like 3 rooms. And one of the rooms, all parents and their kids... They come and go while their kids will go jumping in the trampolines and stuff. And, not one person asked if I was okay. I looked pretty, terrible. And not one person asked if I was okay or if I needed anything. Not one other parent. I'm like, are you serious? I don't know how many kids were there, but there was a lot of parents there too. Kids, I don't want to bother the kids. It's not the kids' problem. Of course it's not everybody else's problem, but I expected at least one of the grown-ups to say, are you okay? Or look at, one of them, I think one of the workers, they looked at me like I'm okay. Like, you want some cake? I threw up a slice of pizza. No, I don't want cake. I didn't say that, though, but I should have. But that would have been rude. So, he's like, no, thank you. Didn't look at me. I walked around like, with my eyes watering, my head throbbing. I could barely walk. I was holding myself up. And nobody batted an eyelash. And asked if I was okay. The only person who did was my mother-in-law and Zoe. Zoe even noticed. If Zoe noticed and my mother-in-law noticed, how come nobody else noticed? Somebody who probably could have had some ibuprofen or some aspirin on them, but my mother-in-law had to go out to her car, and she walks with a cane, for goodness sake. I mean, not one person there had a purse with some aspirin in it. I mean, come on, are you serious? I mean, if Zoe noticed, and my mother-in-law noticed, how come nobody else noticed? Somebody that could have had some pain reliever in their purse or something. I mean, come on. This is ridiculous. Talk about some self-serving people in New York City. Not New York City, but upstate New York. I mean, come on. My mother-in-law had to go out to her car with her cane to go get me some aspirin. And nobody in there that was in the building had any freaking aspirin. Like in their purse. Someone who's in that party room. Any of the grown-ups. I mean, come on. Nobody. I mean, if it was at my birthday. Okay, if it was a birthday party I was throwing for Zoe and somebody was laying there, not feeling good, I would ask if they were okay. That is me. Especially the host of the party. You know, the host of the party didn't even talk to me. I was talking to the other parents, but I wasn't even talking to me. So, I mean, even when I was sitting up. So, wow. This is why I tell Zoe the world can be cruel at times. Because a lot of people at that party did not care. I mean, if it was a party I was throwing, and then someone was laying down and not feeling good, or they were holding I would ask if they were okay. Okay, somebody who kept grabbing at their head, rubbing their head. I mean, I would be like, are you okay? Not one person, except for my mother-in-law and Zoe, was the only people who asked me if I was okay. Because they could tell if I'm at my words, but no one else. No one else was like, especially the host of the party. The mother, the birthday kid, like, you okay? No, I'm not. My head hurts. You got anything for pain? No one even, not any of the mothers or fathers or just anyone that was there hadn't said anything. So everybody's in it for themselves. That's what I'm trying to tell Zoe. This is what I'm talking about. And everybody's in it for themselves. Nobody's gonna care about you. There's gonna be a lot of people who's not gonna care if you feel like crap. Okay? If you're in their presence and you feel like crap, they won't care. Seriously. I mean, it's a cruel, cruel world. Question: did I age up some babies last time? Priest is getting old. Wasn't like a couple episodes ago he was an adult? Now Priest is getting old. He's an elder now. He's gonna die. That sucks. It's gonna really suck. Yeah. When all my life characters die, that's gonna really suck. Priest is dying. No. No. Don't kill Priest. Don't kill President Priest. No. President Priest will always be my favorite president. Even though he was fictional. From Legs. I was dreaming about Legs. Oh my gosh, what part was it? It had to have been around season 4, and the time that Dr. Longboard had Seven Knights help to build the Noah. That was what I was dreaming about. The episode Texlex around Texlex and Dutch Treat when actually around Dutch Treat when Lex crew came to visit Dr. Longboard's factory or whatever, his warehouse, and check the progress of the Noah. Oh, and we're also dreaming about Yo when the Lex crew had to turn the Lex around to go back to Earth because the Lex was dying and they know about the Noah, which is on Earth, and that might be their only chance to find a new space vessel and leave on. But by the time they get there, the Noah was gone, and they were pretty upset about that. And they're just like, oh, we're doomed. We are so doomed. Stanley eventually was accepting his fate, and Zeb was too. And then there was the little Lex, but Kai had to make that sacrifice. That sucked. That always cheers me up. Had something to do with Noah and if anyone doesn't know what I'm talking about, it's a ship, a spaceship. And that's supposed to be meant to carry some people to another life-bearing planet. It was technically advanced to 790 standards, and that was pretty cool. Anyways, sometimes you dream weird things when you're either sick. I mean, to come up with the weirdest dreams, you either have to be sick or in a hospital. If you're just staying overnight in a hospital, you have the weirdest dreams. I kid you not. Or if you're staying in a hotel, and you're on a vacation, you're staying in a hotel, you also have some of the weirdest dreams. If you're sick, you have some of the weirdest dreams. Oh man. I kid you not. One time during the solar eclipse thing, and a couple years ago, I think, in 2017 solar eclipse, I was there right around the path. We were down in Kentucky, right around the path of the full eclipse, and it was pretty neat. All I could dream about was the eclipse. It's pretty neat. You look up, you can see the total eclipse. It's pretty neat. I kept seeing that. I don't know how else to describe it. It's the only time you get to look at it when the sun was completely covered. That was awesome. We had a little pool party at my parents' house. It was cool. And we would take turns with these special glasses to look up at the sun. And you could see the moon or whatever just getting ready to cover the sun. And you could finally look up at the sun when it was covered. And we were looking up at it like, whoa. We could take pictures of it or whatever, but we didn't have that kind of camera. But wow.
Chloe Bim Diola. Ona Burr. Fennoy. Oh.
Well, she's aging these kids up. Isaac.
Carzini.
We just raised up Hexus and Issac. And she's about to give birth.
Oh.
Okay. If anyone remembers when I clicked on her when she was pregnant with the last baby guy she was with, she was going to have one kid. And as soon as I moved 2 people out, something happened to MC Command Center and told her. It turns out she was only pregnant with 1, and all of a sudden now she's pregnant with 2. How does that even happen? I didn't even change it, I swear. I know she's gonna have a boy. Jason, whatever his name is, Yamanato. Boy, because that was a surprise. There was only supposed to be 1. She was only supposed to have 1. I have to come up with a name. I start with a K. See, I'm looking up names with a K. See, I'm doing these names alphabetical. Except I skip out Q because Q sometimes has the hardest names to pronounce. Yamamoto. You know what? Whatever. He's twins. Twin boys. How about that wonderful stuff? Oh, wow. We'll take care of them. They're crying. It's funny how the first one would cry, but not the other one. The first one just laying there and waiting his turn.
Kapuna.
The reason I'm doing breastfeeding because I'm all for breastfeeding. It's the best thing one of the best things you can give your kid is breast milk when they're babies. I didn't breastfeed because my kid would never. I had trouble with that in the beginning, so I never got to actually fully experience breastfeeding itself when I had Zoe. Zoe preferred not to have breast milk. She preferred formula. Even though I was pregnant with Zoe, I wanted to breastfeed. I even had a breast pump, and but Zoe didn't want that kind of milk for some reason. She preferred formula. But if I'm doing like writing stories and my characters got pregnant in the story, all they talk about was breastfeeding. Or one of the mothers I wrote about in my story has like 4 kids, and she would talk about how she would that all her kids were breastfed and stuff like that. Or in my Sims game, if all my Sims were having kids, most of the time I use breastfeeding as an option. Because I think it's wonderful. I like how all these siblings, they become friends with each other. They end up having great relationships in the future. Because especially in my Maroon Lust series, that the beginning, like, all the Jefferson siblings had great relationships with each other because, well, they grew up with each other and they became friends with each other. And so, yeah, they have great relationships with each other as adults. So that's good. Yoshida. I will be right over. Sure you will. That'll be fantastic. Wish I could have done this later, because I wanted to eat. And what I'm eating is crunchy. And I didn't want to make people cringe in my video while I'm eating something crunchy. Because that you could hear in the beginning while I was trying to... You know, it's crunchy. So, it's hard to eat that and record. Making people cringe. While this video is being processed, I'll be trying to watch Dynasty. Oh, not the one from the 80s. Not the one my mom watched. And, it was like in late 70s, early 80s. My mom's favorite character was Fallon Carrington. And that's where my sister... Because my sister's named Fallon. She was named after the character. And now I'm watching the 2016 version. The first season was on Netflix. And I'm on episode 13, I think. And 13 or 14. And Frank's like, oh, they should be on their airing season 3 right about now. I was like, if they're on season 3, where's season 2? I want to watch season 2 now. Where's it? When I watch season 1, I want to get to season 2. Where's season 2? Well, it's not on Netflix. Because Netflix only has season 1. I'm like, dang it. Because I think there's... The CW's still airing... Is airing season 3. I'm like, if they're airing season 3... No, I'm going to check. I want to check Internet Movie Database. Because I like these drama shows, because one of the other drama shows that's like it that I would watch was Nashville. Since that had a series finale, I gotta find something else. See what series they're on. No, they're airing season 2 right now. Never mind. I was like, what happened? They're airing season 2. Frank said they were airing season 3. Like, nah. They're airing season 2. I had to look at Internet Movie Database to find this out. So, I'm looking at season 1 now. I'm watching season 1. And I'm on episode 4. Yeah, I just started episode 14. I haven't started yet. I just paused it at the very beginning. And I still got till episode 22. I like Dynasty, to be honest. This new version of 2017 version of it. It's actually growing on me. I actually got quite addicted to it pretty quick. We're actually gonna... She's gonna tell him the news she's pregnant in the hot tub. Well, good for them. Well, if you are angry because you have a sibling, then you're in the wrong household. Trust me on this one. You better suck it up and get used to it. To having a large family. Anyways, we're getting close to the end of this episode. So stay tuned for part 52. And like and subscribe if you ever want to see more content.